Hey, hello there, this is ktgozone and watching a game of Age of Empires. And what do we have today? We have the Viper playing against Zaid. The Viper is possibly the topmost player on the planet, and we know who the Viper is unless you are not watching this game at all. And his opponent is Zaid. Zaid is possibly the topmost player in Pakistan, and he's my neighboring country, Pakistan. And I've been watching Zaid quite recently, and quite a lot actually. And there is one more video of Zaid on my channel in AoE Classic Moments. If you want to watch it, I'll link that video below this one. And let's look at the base of Zaid. And he's got a very good base. If he scouts the base properly, he can actually wall it off over there and do some walling over there to fill those holes. And look at this side. This is very neat. He can actually do a wall off over there if he wants to. And this side is open. I know that he has a bad gold mine actually, so that is not very good, but still it's pretty wallable. At least half of his map is quite wallable. He can do farming in a wallable space if he wants to. So that is the Zaid, and I'm going to go to the Viper and see what his map is all about. And that is the Viper. He's got a very good gold mine behind his town center, so that is very good. And he's sending his villagers to his second wood over there, and that is the first lumber camp, and that was actually a very good place to do wood cutting duties. And obviously the foragers are very safe, very close to the town center, so that is very good from the Viper. And he can actually wall off over here, so that can complete off his walled off base, and there are no holes over here, so that is pretty good actually. So yeah, if you can wall it off there, and if you can wall it off over here and maybe over here, but yeah, this is very difficult to wall off this entire base. And Viper is not a player who's going to force a wall off like probably a Tim would do, or maybe a Dowd, I don't know, but it's not a player who's going to do that. So it's not going to be a walled off base for the Viper for surely. And the feudal age research coming in from both players almost at the same time, a difference of 1 second between two players. Mind you, there's a gap of almost 300 in ELO between the players, and that is a huge gap. And obviously any player against Viper is going to be a huge gap in skill. The Viper is the Viper, right? And that is the wall off I was talking about. Yes, that is pretty good from Zaid. And let's look at Zaid and see what he's doing. He's got 340 food in bank, and is doing his farms. Not many farms right now. I'm losing my words. And he's getting his barrack up while the Viper does some damage to that barrack, and he's a nuisance for now. He still runs away, and I'm going to look at the fog of war and see what Zaid has done. Yes, he has scouted off the Viper pretty decently. He knows the Viper is over here. That's the town center, and he knows the Viper's wood line, so that is good. Does he know the Viper's second wood line? He does. So he almost knows about everything from the Viper, and that is gold mine he knows about. It is available to the Viper. He does see his second gold mine too, so that is very good stuff. He's done that scouting, has gone back, and now he's chasing off Viper's scout, and he's putting down more farms, which means he can switch to stables to scout cavalry if he wants to. That's exactly what he's doing right now. And he's putting in scout cavalry inside that stable. And is he doing an archery range? He is not doing an archery range. He doesn't have that gold mine right now available to him. It's pretty far away. Probably he's going to put down a tower close to that gold mine and get that gold. So he's putting more farms in right now, which means he's going to concentrate on scout cavalry. He's going to keep one spear for defense right now. I'm going to remove this fog of war and go to the Viper and see what the Viper is doing. He's sending his scouts forward right now. We're going to see if he's engaging into a fight, and if he's doing some damage right now. It's not going to be very easy for the Viper until he walks inside and gets these villagers down, rather trods inside and gets those villagers down. But now he's trying to attack the palisade wall, but he's going to send the spear right now to the Viper, and the Viper is going to go away. So that is pretty standard stuff. Viper is not going to fall for the trick over here. And obviously he's the Viper. He's not going to engage. He's going to go all the way back to his base. And what is the Zaid doing right now? He's got 3 scouts over there, but he's not engaging into a fight. So that is how it is. And mind you, again, I'm going to emphasis on the fact that Viper is not going to do a wall off over here, and that is quite understandable. And he's kept his one spearman over there, he's kept his second spearman over there, and he's producing scouts right now and nothing else. And let's go look at the Viper and look at his food count. Is going down, so obviously he's taking villagers out and taking scouts out. 1 scout, 1 villager is what the Viper is doing right now. 31 villagers and 11 military for the Viper, so that is pretty good stuff from Viper. And that was the watchtower I was talking about from Zaid. He's going to get that watchtower up, and once that watchtower comes up, he can do his gold mining duties over there, because he wants to get those archers out, surely, right, at some point of time. There is still no blacksmith from either players. Anything with the Viper? Is that a blacksmith? No, that's the archery range coming up from the Viper, so that is pretty standard. The blacksmith is going to come probably after the 2 archery ranges come up, and that is quite understandable. And the wheelbarrow coming in for the Viper right now for these farmers over here. He send those 3 gold miners. Obviously he wants to start off with his archer production. There is surely a second archery range. Yes, that is the second archery range for the Viper, and he's got his 2 spearmen over there. Is that the second spearman over there? No, that is actually the 3rd spearman. So those are the defenses for the Viper. He's sending his archers forward right now, and look at the number of scouts the Viper has. He's got at least 10 to 15 scouts, so that is very good stuff from the Viper. But he's not engaging into a fight. I don't think he's got any kills right now. Let's look at the kills to death ratio. Yeah, 1 death for the Viper. I'm sure there's going to be the 1 villager lost, and a lot of scouts already for Zaid, and that is good stuff. Look at the number of farms he has got, so that is very, very good. Look at the number of farms, 17 farmers. Yes, that is very good. 17 farmers, 14 cavalry for those 17 farmers, and that is the first archery range. Is got 4 on gold right now. Not very good for archer build, but still I think he's going to send more archers, and he's going to start off with his archery build. He's doing a scale barding armor and he's forging right now, which means he's going to concentrate on cavalry and infantry for now, but he's going to move to archery range soon. That is the blacksmith from the Viper, so he was trying to complete that stable, but he's lost his villager over there. So good stuff from the Zaid right now, and he's doing more damage right now. Look at that, 4 kills to 1 death. And that is Zaid so far, and Zaid is ahead in score also, so he might feel good about himself right now. And he's got his blacksmith up, and I'm going to switch the view of Zaid and see what he's doing, what is he producing. And he's doing any research? No, he is not. And he's producing archers from that 1 solitary archery range. He does have the wood to put down a second archery range. He's going to do that quite soon, I believe. And he's got his defenses over there, so that is very good stuff. He's walled off over here, so it's pretty neat from Zaid actually, and he's doing a very good job so far. He's attacking the Viper all the time, and that is surely the second arch. Oh my god, that is the second blacksmith from Zaid. He doesn't delete it, he keeps on building it, and that is the funny moment of this game. And that is second blacksmith, and that is not going to produce an army. The villager is quite stunned over there, and he must be disappointed with that. But mind you, he's clicked on Castle Age. Zaid, and Viper is doing his fletching right now for his archers. He's sending army forward. Yes, he's sending army forward over here, and he's engaging in a fight over there. So good stuff from the Viper, and let's look at the Viper and see how far he is from Castle Age. He's actually very far away from Castle Age, and I don't think he has got any intentions of going to Castle Age, because he's producing scouts. Yes, he's producing villagers too, I believe. So scouts and villagers, I believe that is the indication that he's not going to go to Castle Age anytime soon. But if you're not going to Castle Age, mind you, you need to do a lot of damage to your opponent, and he's trying his level best. He's probably going to engage in this fight. His scouts are very low on health points, most of them, but still going to take this fight head on with Zaid. Zaid has got his archers over there. He's got his tower over there, which is very good. His tower has got an army of villagers inside. He's also going to be very good in this fight. But mind you, Viper has got a hell lot of scouts, and he's coming up trumps in this fight, and he's lost most of his army over there, Viper. But still, that was a good engagement for the Viper. He's got 18 army right now, and just 5 army for the Zaid as he queues in more army. Let's see the army that is Zaid queuing in, and let's see what it is. Is it scouts? He's actually taking knights out, because obviously he's in Castle Age, and he's taking cavalry archers or crossbows out. He's going to take cavalry archers out. I didn't know whether he did his crossbow research. I don't think he did, because obviously he doesn't have any crossbows. So that is a good plan from Zaid. Yes, cavalry archer and knight, the standard Hun build, and he's going to send him forward, not waste any time, send him to the Viper's base, and the Viper has to send his army back to do his stuff. And he's doing his botkin arrow right now, Zaid, which is going to make this cavalry archer even more dangerous. And there you go, knights and cavalry archers coming to Viper's base, and there's husbandry coming in from Zaid, along with gold mining and bow saw for his economy to be even better. And there you go. Are more knights coming in? Not really. More cavalry archers coming in. Yeah, very less at this moment. And those are the scouts coming in for Viper. Is he going to cause some damage over there? He's going to go for the villages in wood, which is a good strategy. But no, he's not going to cause any damage. Very good reaction time from Zaid. He's going to take these villages inside, and scouts are going to cause no damage to Zaid at all. He's going to try to run away from there, but there is no place to run away, so he's going to try and hit the villages over there, or possibly run away. And Zaid could have done a very quick walling over here probably, or here, and try to trap the scouts, but that is going to be very difficult, and the scouts are going to escape finally. And look at the number of villages he has on gold right now, which means a lot of cavalry archers can be produced. Finally he's got that second archery range up, 2 blacksmiths, 2 archery range for Zaid. He's done his university obviously to give some more research on those cavalry archers. And let's look at the Viper again, and let's see what extra he has done. Nothing extra from the last time we have seen the Viper. He's kept all his army very close to his town center. He doesn't have a lot of gold miners right now, and he finally sends them to the gold mine. And I really don't know why Viper didn't wall off the space. And this is not the standard Viper, obviously. He plays a lot of games on his channel every day. This is possibly the first game that he's playing, and it's very easy right now on Zaid, who is obviously not to underestimate or not to eliminate that guy. Is also playing a very good game. And there's the ballistics coming in from Zaid, and padded archer armor for the Viper. And let's look at the pop difference right now. There's a difference of 10 pop between Zaid and the Viper at this moment, though there are 6 more villages for Zaid compared to the Viper, 15 more military for the Viper, which mostly composes of these scouts over there. And this cavalry archers are finding it quite difficult. They're trying to bring the scouts down. They can actually run and hit the scouts and then go back, and that can be the standard stuff if he wants to do that. But so far so good for the Zaid, I have to tell you that. He's kept his base intact, and he's managed to keep his villages alive next to his town center. And he's still on 1 town center. No, he's got the 2nd town center up, so he's going to get production from 2 town centers. I'm sure he's going to cross the Viper in pop count very soon, because the Viper is on 1 town center, and he is nowhere close to Castle Age, is it? No, I think finally the Viper is going to click on Castle Age and go to Castle Age, because he's going to match this cavalry archer. He needs to get those crossbows research done for these archers. And that is how it is. Castle Age finally coming for the Viper in 35 minutes and 29 seconds of game time. And more damage caused to him as I speak. I told you, and he's going to go ahead and pop Zaid, and there you go, 97 pop for Zaid right now. And let's look at the kill and death ratio so far. 72 for Zaid and 47 for the Viper. So obviously Zaid has played an amazing game so far. And let's look at what Viper is doing. Is he producing any more scouts right now? No, he is not. He's not producing scouts. So he has stopped that completely, and he is completely concentrating on archers, who's going to be soon crossbows once Viper goes to Castle Age, I'm sorry. And what is Zaid doing right now? Well, he has got this army of cavalry archers right now. He's got a lot of archery ranges actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 archery ranges. He's doing a town center, a very weird spot. Obviously, he doesn't have a very good terrain over here, and he's finding it very difficult to put a town center down. I think that's a good town center. He could have put it over here, and he could have done a castle over there actually. But still, this is pretty decent, I have to tell you that. And does he have another town center over here? No, he doesn't, because he can't pull down a town center over there. It's going to be very difficult. So he has a town center over here, and he's got 20,000 gold miners next to his town center. It's helping him produce these cavalry archers. So yeah, there you go. He's kept some cavalry archers in his base. He's kept some cavalry archers in Viper's base, and he's doing his stuff all around. It's been a good game for this guy Zaid, and he's doing his stuff really good. 114 pop for Zaid. He's got 35 military on the map. Thumbring being done, and obviously crossbow research has been completed for the Viper. And now the engagement is going to be real, absolutely real. And there's a good trapping in work done by the Viper over there. There's the quick walls over there, and those cavalry archers will have to run away unless they want to get killed over here. And there are lots of crossbows from the Viper over there, and the cavalry archers will have to run away. I'm still surprised that Viper is not taking his army forward. He could have walled off this region and could have taken his army forward. He got a hell lot of army, but he's not doing that, and Zaid is taking his army forward. He's doing his chain barding armor. Does he have the requisite number of knights? That is the question. He's just got 2 stables. So I'm going to go to the point of view of Zaid and see what he's doing. He's producing any knights? Not many actually. He's just got 1 solitary knight standing in his base. He's got his cavalry archers who are also standing in their bases. I don't know why they're not going forward and trying to attack the Viper, but so far so good from Zaid, and he's going to attack from that region. That is going to be a good spot to attack. There are a lot of villages right over there to be attacked, and Viper can lose a lot of villages over there. He's going to lose 1 village. He's going to lose 2 villages. He possibly is going to lose the 3rd one too. Yes, no, he's not going to lose that. He's going to lose this village surely. No, that is the Viper doing its stuff. So yeah, still a lot of deaths for the Viper over there, and he's got his light cavalry research done, which is very good stuff. He's got his crossbows up, so this is going to be a very, very good fight if you can look at it. And Zaid is doing his elite skirmishers right now, which is not good news for these crossbows. And how far is Zaid for Imperial Age? Not very far actually. The Zaid can click on Imperial Age anytime, and boom, is that Imperial Age coming in from Zaid? Not yet. 1100 food already, and he still haven't clicked on Imperial Age. So that's the time difference. That's the reason. Is the gold, obviously he doesn't have the requisite amount of gold to go to Imperial Age, and he's engaging in this fight. Probably he's not. He's going to send his army back and wait till he gets his Imperial Age research done, and he's going to start his Imperial research anytime. And there you go, that's the Imperial Age research being done. He probably didn't have the building. He's done his castle right now. He's going to get a town center up. There's a very bad town center actually. It doesn't have any protection, and but it didn't have a very good terrain, obviously, as I told you before, to get those good town centers down. And I think the Viper is going to engage into a fight right now. He's got a lot of army. He's got 46 army compared to Zaid, and he can actually get into this fight because Zaid doesn't have a lot of army in his base. So he has this 1 solitary defense, this castle, so he probably can engage into a fight over here. There's a good spot to fight, and a lot of crossbows coming in from the Viper, who can cause a lot of damage right now. But once Imperial Age research comes in, I don't think the Viper can carry on with this game. The change of technology, the difference in technology is huge between Imperial Age and Castle Age. So I don't think the Viper can continue. Though he has got a huge army right now, 48 compared to 33 of Zaid, but I think the Imperial Age is going to be too much for Viper to handle. There's a difference of 28 pop right now between the players, and that's a forward siege workshop. It's going to be very difficult. In this comes spots this villager, and he can target this village if he wants to, and that is not very good news. Is that a castle? Yes, that is a castle from Zaid. So that is a very, very good castle, and yeah, that village is going to go away, and that siege workshop is not going to get completed anytime soon. So good stuff from Zaid, and he could have done a forward siege workshop in place of Viper over there probably, or maybe even over here, but he didn't do that. He stayed in his base and he slowly built up his army, and there you go. That's a GG from the Viper. As soon as Zaid reached Imperial Age, Viper did a resignation, and so that was the game, guys, and very good stuff from Zaid. This is one game he's going to remember for the rest of his life, beating the Viper. How many times you get to do that? I know probably this was not the best game the Viper ever played, but still, he's the Viper, and when you beat him, you feel very, very good about it. Did the Viper make a second town center? That is the question. He never made a second town center. He could have easily made a second town center over there or over there, but he stayed on 1 town center the entire game, and I'm sure he was doing a bit of trolling, obviously, but no respect down for this guy Zaid, and he's done a very, very good job. Well done, sir, and hope you guys enjoyed that video. That is from ktgozone, and please come back and subscribe to the channel, like my video, share my work, and take care. Bye bye.